Hey everybody, Rob here at Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge,
And I'm Isaiah.
and we're here today for the Final Third Friday pairing.
Yeah.
We're recording today live from the Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge, also Indiana's exclusive Aladino Lounge. So I want to give props out to Aladino. They're a great partnership.
Yeah.
Awesome. So today we're going to be pairing a cigar and our coffee here. We're going to be working with the Espinosa Rabito Murcielago. Great cigar. If you've never had the Murcielago, it's definitely one of Aladino's best cigars out there. This is going to be a medium to full-bodied cigar, and we're going to be pairing that today with the Fucking Good Coffee Final Third Cigar House Blend. And we're doing that iced today. So it's going to be black coffee iced.
Yeah, so what we did for the iced coffee, because there's a million ways to do it, we just brewed a pot and chilled it down. So,
Yep.
This is nothing special. We're no baristas over here, but this coffee's good enough that it is so good iced.
Yeah, and when we started working with Nick on this blend, one of the big things that I wanted is to have the coffee when it gets a little bit chilly to actually still taste good and not get those bitter sour notes. And this one's perfect. It is, as it gets colder, honestly, I think the flavor pops even more. So
Yeah,
it's really
absolutely.
good this way. So we are going to go ahead and cut our cigars and get started.
This cut brought to you by Final Third.
Final Third Cigar.
Final Third Cigar. Product placement.
Boom, boom, boom. So as you can see, we have a few Final Third items out here too. If you're able to come into the Whiskey Lounge, we have the Final Third barrel pick, our first barrel pick we did. We're running lower on that one. We'll probably have that for maybe another month and a half.
Yeah.
And then we have a new release coming out. It's the Starlight. It's a 4-year rye finished in port barrels for the last 21 months.
So this is the first release of that finish that they've done. This is the only rye finished in port that's come out.
Yeah. I think it's the only one ever, isn't it?
As far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's,
I haven't
it's
seen
super
another.
good. It's one of those whiskeys that actually pairs nicely with cigars.
Yeah.
A lot of cigars, a lot of whiskeys tend to have some combative notes with it. Some of the finished stuff does too. This one with the rye and then the port tones down some of the spice. The rye pulls out tones down some of the sweetness. It's just a perfect balance. So I think you guys are going to love that one.
That port really brings in a lot of the dark fruit notes. So it is going well. How's the cold draw for you, Rob?
It's good. It's a good cold draw. It's a lot of hay.
Yeah.
And definitely, like, as it sits on the palate, the cold draw gives you just a little bit of the black pepper spice.
Yeah.
You just know that it's going to have some spice there. One thing on this cigar, which is nice, and if you know this, you already know this.
Yeah. It's the barnyard.
It's barnyard. I mean, and it's the true barnyard.
Yeah.
The manure, the hay, all that stuff. You know, as off-putting as that can sound,
Yeah.
you know that when you get a cigar with that scent, you're getting ready to have a nice little experience.
Anytime I find a darker cigar with that barnyard smell, you just know off the bat that it's going to be fantastic.
So should we do a little cold draw with the coffee too?
Yeah, let's do it. So, cold draw with the coffee.
So first sip on the coffee. This coffee is very nutty. Deep, dark notes. It's an African espresso roast. The notes on the biggest note I get is just very, very nutty.
Yeah, there's also a little bit of citrus, like right on the back end. It's almost orange peel, but or lemon peel, but when I say that, it's not like acidic, kind of like the sour coffees that some lighter roasts will get. It's just kind of there at the back end.
Yeah, and you do get some of that almost the bitter dark chocolate note in it, but it's not quite chocolatey.
Yeah.
Just more on that nutty side.
Yep.
So after taking a sip and a puff, really the cold draw for me just intensifies the flavors of the coffee.
Definitely does.
I'm not getting the barnyard. I'm not getting the hay as much.
Yeah.
It's just intensifying that nuttiness. So
Yep.
nothing extra there. So
Time to light.
light her up. So we chose this Rabito because Isaiah and I are both
Small ring gauge
small ring gauge
fans.
guys. And this is sitting at about, I believe this is 46, maybe 48. But it's just it's a good size. I tend to prefer sub 50. Love Lanceros. Lanceros are great no matter what anybody else tells you.
Yeah. Don't believe the lies.
No. But I love this size cigar. It's going to give you a nice long smoke.
Yeah.
Great presentation in the box, as
Absolutely.
you can see. You know, their marketing is great, but yeah, it is what it is. Just a great cigar.
Yeah, Rob talked me out of doing the Lancero.
We were going to do the Lancero for sure. And honestly, probably one of the next ones we have coming up will be a Lancero because we absolutely love
the
them.
Murcielago Lancero is my absolute favorite of the line. But the Rubito is a close second.
Mm-hmm. Man, I felt like Nick there. Sorry, buddy. Nice pepper
That's
bomb
funny.
right there.
Oh, yeah, right on the retro hail. It is peppery.
As Jeff would say, peppery AF.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You sound like the hip kids today.
I'm one of those hipsters.
Yeah, you're learning from Jeff. I'm not sure Jeff knows what's cool.
That's true. That's true.
I think
He's a pretty cool dude, though.
occasionally.
Yeah.
He has his tendencies.
Yeah, speaking of the Pulpit Boys, Nick was over here last night.
He
hung out
was.
for a little while. He was coming to see his dad go to the race. Now,
Yeah.
was that today or was that Friday night?
Friday.
Friday
Yeah.
night. So, yeah, we're actually recording on Saturday. And, yeah, he came by here for a little
today
while.
is Sunday.
Dang it. My days are lost.
Rob has no concept of
No,
time.
I'm in here every day, so I kind of forget which days are what.
We need
Yeah,
to
so
get
he was
a
in here
calendar
Friday, and
for
he got
ya.
to hang out for a little while, had a little call, and then him and his dad got to hang out and just relax for a little while before the race. And
Yeah.
it's great seeing him,
So
although Gator didn't show up.
no,
So
I
now-
didn't figure Gator would.
Yeah.
Gator doesn't get to stay over at Nick's dad's house probably.
No, probably not. Probably
Yeah.
not.
So right off the light, I'm getting that chocolate. It's a little musty, but it's like a dark chocolate. There's a little musty thing going on, and there is kind of that dark coffee going on in the stick
Yeah.
too so far.
Yeah, I'm getting that dark chocolatey earthiness. You still get a little bit of the hay just in kind of the balance of behind it, but as soon as you retrohale it, it's right now it's black and red pepper.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it starts off as
absolutely.
black, and then as it comes out of your nose, it's just like a cayenne pepper, which I absolutely love. So
Yeah, and on the so going from sip of the coffee to smoke, right now what I'm getting is like chocolate covered orange peels or something like that.
that's nice. I like that.
It is very
so
nice.
I went from puff to sip,
Yeah,
and it balanced out the spice and the nuttiness, and it just kind of came together.
yeah,
And I'm getting more, a little bit of baking spice in there. Definitely still a little bit of the dark chocolate and the nuttiness, but not as pronounced both ways.
absolutely.
But it's a great pairing. We were looking at different things to pair with the coffee, and we started off with it hot, and
Yeah.
it was good. It was great with that. And we iced it down. And we're like, okay, this is the absolute perfect
Yeah.
pairing for this cigar.
I mean, and it's getting the warm weather here in Indiana, so iced coffee's the way to go anyway.
Absolutely, yeah.
But this is more of an accentuating pairing than a complementary. So the notes there are just kind of building on each other. The past two pairings we've done have the notes have complemented each other well and kind of completed the puzzle. This is just more kicking up what's in the coffee and what's in the cigar.
Yeah. Yeah, I do love this cigar. I mean, like I said, it's a full-bodied cigar, but more, I mean, it does lean towards the medium to full, but it's definitely a full-bodied cigar.
Yeah.
But mainly because of that pepper note you're getting, which is likely coming from a lot of that nicotine content as well. But it's a beautiful cigar. A lot of places around the United States have them. I know Indiana, we don't have a lot of representation around. Although I will say the rep here in Indiana, Tyler, he's doing a great job, and he's
He
getting
is.
into a lot of places.
Yeah.
So you're going to see him a lot more around Indiana than you did probably 2 years ago. But this cigar is one of their staples, the Murcielago, and they're even having a big campaign right now online where they're doing the Murcielago Madness. That's how popular the cigar is.
Yeah,
So.
and they deserve it.
Oh yeah,
it's a fantastic cigar.
Mm-hmm.
This was actually the first Espinosa that I had ever smoked.
Oh really?
The first Espinosa branded Espinosa.
Yeah,
but I bought this one because it looks like the Batman logo and thought it was freaking cool.
it is.
It's a great smoke.
Very good. I love it. So yeah, so you can see we're just getting into the first third.
Yeah.
So we're we're going to continue to talk about some different things. We're actually, if you're watching this video, then this is obviously the one you're watching on the actual website on our YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. Just so you know, in case you only watch on this channel, we also have a small segment we do on the Cigar Pulpit. It's going to be a shorter, like under 5-minute segment.
It's the Spark Notes version.
Yeah, and exactly. So we're just going to be talking a little bit about the cigar, a little bit about the pairing, and that's really all we're going to do there. Mm-hmm. On this one, what we're hoping to do is have a little fun with it. Hopefully get to know more of you, comment on the page, let us know some pairings that you like. Never know, we might be able to pull them on here and experience that with other people.
Yeah.
But we're just wanting to do this more as an education to show how pairings work, what pairings really go with a cigar, but also just engage you guys and get to know you more and hopefully bring more people in trying the pairings. Every week we actually put the pairing up here above the bar, and you're going to get a discount or something for free by doing that.
Yeah.
And we're just wanting to have people try pairings because that's the kind of place we are. We're not going to be a bar. We're not a cigar shop. We're a place where you can come, have a great cigar, find something great to pair with it, and sit down in our lounge, which honestly looks more like a living room than a lounge.
It does.
And
it feels that way too.
Yeah, and we'll have the video turned around and go to different areas of the lounge as we do more of these videos. This just happens to be our Aladino wall, the mural we have with Aladino put up here for us. Again, great sponsors. But this is just an awesome little spot for us to do this. But we'll move around and hopefully show you more of the lounge. Maybe one of these we'll do a little roving talk when we can actually go around the lounge and show the whole place or do an intro video or something.
Yeah,
so
there you go. So you were talking about how we're doing pairing deals. So if you come in and want to try the pairing, like last week's pairing was the Mil Diaz limited edition. It's the Maranitos. It's the 2022 release. And we paired that with an A&W cream soda. So if you came in and wanted to do that pairing, you're gonna get the soda free because we really just want you to come in, try the pairing, enjoy the cigar, see what it's all about.
Yeah. And I don't know if you saw him last night. There was a guy that was here, and he ordered the pairing. And
I didn't see that.
It might have been after you already left.
Yeah.
And he ordered the pairing, and he asked me what I thought of the pairing, and I kind of told him some of our notes, especially that coconut cream pie.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't really get the coconut yet, but I definitely get the meringue and all the different things. And he came back a few minutes later and said, I think I get the coconut.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where, people are starting to try it, and hopefully we'll get more people trying them.
Yeah.
If not, we'll always offer up suggestions on pairings you can do here.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's one of the things that we always like to do is just educate people. We have a fairly diverse whiskey selection, so even if you don't want to do a pairing, you just want a whiskey you'll enjoy, I'm sure we can help you on that too.
Yeah. And we're constantly trying to get new stuff, more, some of the allocated stuff is hard to get. Every time we get it, it sells out. It's just we have a good crowd of people that love good bourbon, but we also love to find those little gems, small distilleries that are making great product.
Absolutely.
And we have a lot of them up here.
Yeah, Indiana is packed full.
They are, and that's the thing. If you're not listening from Indiana, Indiana's a sneaky little state. We have a lot of distilleries that are starting to put out some good product. We have a lot of great food in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
They're not just Indianapolis, all around the state. There's some great food here. We've always been known as the flyover state, which, granted, I get that, but there is a lot of great stuff going on in this state right now.
Yeah.
And hey, squirrel just went by. Literally, a squirrel went by. Dang. Squirrel.
Yeah, that's the worst. But I mean, as far as distilleries go that are kind of making a splash here, you got Old 55. They're coming onto the scene and they're coming on hot. Starlight Distillery's the same way. And then a heritage distillery that's been here and you've probably had their product, but you don't know about them is MGPI. So many people source their rye. If you've ever had Bullet Rye, that's MGP. Or if you've ever had Templeton Rye, that's MGP.
Yeah.
A lot of the Smooth Ambler stuff, it all comes from MGP. So
Yeah.
Indiana's got it going on. People just don't know about it yet.
Yeah, and that's the thing, if you don't know this, a lot of small distilleries, when they first open up, they have to source their whiskey or their bourbon especially.
Yeah.
Because bourbon, you can't call it bourbon until it has a certain age statement and all that. So these new distilleries come up, they're sourcing a lot of product. A lot of that product comes from MGP because MGP is, as far as I know, the biggest distillery or the most product distillery in the nation.
They are the
or close to it. If not.
they're the biggest contract distiller right now.
Yeah.
So as soon as you're starting up a distillery, you can't just put out 4-year-old bourbon. It doesn't happen. 4 years doesn't happen overnight. It just doesn't.
No, and you can't just put up a rick house for 4 years and wait to open your doors. And that's the thing. Like we have just down the road here. We're in Ingalls, Indiana, and just down the road is a little town called Fortville, and they have a new distillery there called Moondrops.
Yeah.
And they just built the distillery last year, but Indiana law says you have to put your first mash bill through the system, completely through the system, and you start counting 18 months from that to be able to open up the tasting room.
Yeah.
Which makes absolutely no sense because they could literally put vodka through that system and sell it that same day.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense, but Indiana law.
Yeah. So right now they're doing all their clear spirits. They've got vodka. They've got a rum. I think they have
They have some moonshine products they're putting out recently. Some really special bottles there. The lemon shake up.
Yeah.
The 2 barrels that they've done so far on the bourbon. The first one was really good. Second one's a single barrel. It's even better. I just think they're going to continue as they get their stuff aged out. I can't wait to try their own stuff. It's going to be amazing. And again, it's 5 minutes down the road from here, and it's going to be a nice little spot to go hang out.
I mean, and what do you think about when you think Indiana? Cornfields.
Cornfields.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's at least 51% of every bourbon mash bill.
And Indiana's actually the rye state now.
Yeah.
Our governor put it into writing that Indiana is the rye state. That's our whiskey here. And the reason why, 100% the reason why is MGP.
Yeah.
They make some really great rye.
They absolutely do.
So what are you getting so far?
So right now I'm kind of in that dark chocolate and hay on the cigar. On the retro hail, the coffee is kind of mellowed out a lot of that red pepper for me. It's like as soon as the oils from the coffee coat your tongue, it just kind of subsides a little bit of that red pepper, that spice that was initially there.
Yeah.
What are you tasting, Rob?
Yeah, I mean it's very similar. I actually right now after taking a sip and then smoking, it's a little of a dark toffee this time, which I didn't get the first time we smoked this.
No.
But just a little bit of toffee in there, which is nice. Not a sweet toffee at all. Because obviously if we had some sweetener in the coffee, it probably would taste more sweet. But the way it is, it's nice.
That nuttiness is really showing up. It's like nutty dark chocolate.
Isn't
like
that funny, too? 'Cause
smoke.
I don't remember, drinking it hot. I don't get, it's nutty.
Yeah.
I don't get, when you put ice on it, and we basically chilled the what do they call the thing? The coffee
carafe,
pot or whatever. The carafe, thank you. We chilled that thing down before we even poured it over ice. And it's awesome. It's way nuttier doing it this way than we did before we poured hot coffee over ice.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a good pairing. And just so you know, too, if you're interested, I've got bags of these. You can hit me up, and I can send you a bag. They're $18 a bag, same price they would be on the website. These are our exclusive lounge blend that Nick made for us over at Fucking Good Coffee. And I can ship it out to you. I can figure shipping on it or what as well. But reach out to me, let me know. Again, it's an African espresso roast. It does not have that bitterness or sourness when it gets cooler, which is what my main goal was.
Yeah.
And it's just a great pairing for cigars. And we're definitely wanting to sell as much of this, so we have to keep buying it. And I think if you're a coffee guy or a coffee girl, I think you're going to love it.
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the things that people say when they come in. Like, a lot of times you go into smoke lounges and you'll get Folgers or Maxwell House.
Yeah.
It's like hotel coffee.
Yeah.
This is actually something like when we sell you a bottomless mug, you're probably going to go back 2 or 3 times.
Exactly, yeah. Because, I mean, really, I mean, we sell our coffee here. It's not expensive, but basically all we're doing to do that is to replenish what we're making for the lounge.
Yep.
And then we sell the bags. So, but if you want one of those, or if you're in the area, stop by. We got plenty of it to sell, and we love it. I mean, I love it hot, love it cold. Honestly, I even make my Irish coffee out of that.
Yeah.
And I love it. You just do a little bit of bourbon cream and 43 liqueur.
Yeah.
Shake that stuff up, put maybe a little whiskey in there, and it's all good,
A
man.
little bit of extra whiskey
A little bit
for
of
you.
whiskey here, a little bit of whiskey there.
That's how Rob rocks.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Add a little bit of whiskey to it. It'll
Can't
be great.
drink all day if you don't start first thing in the morning. Just saying.
It's true. It is true. I guess that's what you get when you own your own shop. You get to drink all day, every day.
Somebody's got to put the work in, my man.
Somebody has
to do it. Might as well be me.
He's just educating his palate.
Well, exactly.
Very educated.
I say when you're here, you're kind of doing the same thing. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So as you can see, we look exactly alike.
Yeah.
This is my son, Isaiah.
No, this is not true. Everybody's been coming into the shop and they hardly ever ask me.
Yeah, they always
I
ask
think
me.
I've gotten it twice. It's like, is that your dad? No, it's not my dad.
Don't we look exactly alike?
I think it's the glasses. They're just like,
That's got to be
dude,
it.
they got glasses.
It could be the beer bellies.
Yeah, they got glasses. They're both a little overweight. Yeah, definitely.
They got to be related. But no, we're just bourbon buddies.
Yep.
And now cigar buddies.
Supposedly, I still haven't settled in on the buddy thing for you.
Whatever.
That was just like sweet dark chocolate for me.
Very
coming
dark
off the
chocolate.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even without taking a big sip right there before that, it's just really dark chocolate. When you don't sip on the coffee, the black pepper pops more in the nose, and it's nice.
Just got my bourbon palate cleanser
Mm-hmm.
in a Glen. Final
deal.
third. Got the final third barrel pick in there.
Heck yeah. You know, you got to every once in a while, you got to cleanse your palate with a little bit of bourbon.
Yeah. Helps the conversation flow.
Exactly. Exactly. I don't know if that's exactly true, but it works for us.
Well, if I get too much, then I just want to go to sleep. Whiskey will put me to bed.
Really?
Yeah, I get tired, man. You just get relaxed and you sit down and you get quiet and you fall asleep and it's great.
That only works with gummies with me. Bum.
Yeah, you're not getting that.
No. The Gummy Podcast.
No, I will not be on that one. But as soon as you start selling,
I will never. No.
yep,
No, but it's coming to Indiana.
yep,
It's all coming to Indiana.
it is.
It's everywhere else around us, so.
Yeah,
That's the downside, though. If we start getting dispensaries in Indiana, Gator comes over here, we may never see him.
he'll be turning real green, man.
Although he's got dispensaries over where he lives, too,
Yeah.
so I guess it's no different.
Are they actually in St. Louis or are they in Illinois?
No, they're on the Illinois side of St. Louis.
Okay.
I think they're probably no more than about a half an hour from St. Louis.
Okay, yeah. So they're just phonies. Just a bunch of Southern Illinois
Well,
boys.
and that's the thing. Illinois law is even worse on their taxes than Indiana law. And, I mean, just to
Illinois
the point
is corrupt.
pretty much, yes. Yes, they are.
You ever driven through Illinois?
Yeah, make sure your
you
gun...
you need new tires at the
that
end
you
of
need
it.
your gun to be separate from your magazine in the car, or
Yeah,
don't
well,
even
and your
travel with it.
ammunition has to be in a locked box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do that.
So yeah, I mean they have a couple little cigar shops I think down there. That's the thing. Other thing about Illinois, they don't allow you to smoke and drink in the same building.
Really?
Which makes no sense at all to me. Like they kind of go together. So
Like,
that's
I'd
a
just
lot
be
of the reason
sneaking
why.
in
That's not
flasks,
the reason
man.
why they go to St. Louis. It's just the shops are over there a little bit better shops.
Yeah.
You got Riverman, The Hill,
Yeah.
Lit. They're all really great places. So there's just a lot more options over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you can always just go to Top Shooters like they always do too. It's a fun place, great food, nice big patio, smoke cigars out there.
I think they just like the ladies there.
I think they do like the girls a little bit.
Yeah. It's like the. I still need to. One of these days, we're gonna have to go to Riverman together.
Absolutely, man.
Dan the
you'd
Man
love
Ponder.
Dan.
Yeah.
Dan, Cindy, and John, they're all great people.
Yeah. They seem
Cindy
to be.
will give you all the shit in the world just because that's Cindy.
That's okay.
And as soon as
I
she
can
does
take
that,
it.
you know you're part of the crew.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
We love you, Cindy.
Yeah, sarcasm's a lot of people's love language.
Amen. Yeah, we're continuing on with this cigar. We're definitely well into the second third now. I'm getting a lot of same notes. The cigar itself is losing a little bit of the spiciness, especially on the red trail. Probably coming from the coffee, but I'm still getting a lot of that. Like you said, the umami, there's that nuttiness in there.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't quite changed over too much yet. Just straight up nuttiness, and the coffee is just still perfect pairing.
Yeah, right now it's very dark chocolate. That mushroom note is there. It's a savory umami sort of thing, like it is kind of a musty, earthy note. And on the retrohale, it's definitely that red pepper.
Yeah,
which is,
and like it's really nice because it gives you that. You blow a little smoke out your nose, and it's just like nice and smooth and creamy, and then all of a sudden, boom, it hits you with the pepper. Just a few seconds later. So it's like it's not a quick pepper bomb initially, but it just kind of builds on your sinus cavity. And
so right after drinking the coffee and then taking a smoke and doing a retrohale, it ends up being like it starts off as kind of a nutty dark chocolate. And then it just kind of builds into that red pepper, and it is it's really kind of cool. It's a fun experience.
It is. It is. Yeah, that time it really got me good there.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Is the balance between the flavor and the coffee, and that's the thing too. If you're a coffee drinker and you like your coffee black and you do like iced coffee, this is one that holds up nicely with the ice.
Yeah.
You don't lose the flavor. We chilled it down before we put it over ice, and that seemed to have helped it even more.
Definitely.
But the flavors are all still there. But it's almost got a little bit of sweetness just from the coffee alone.
Yeah.
So you don't need to add sugar or creamer. But if you did, I think all that would do is just intensify the flavors. You're going to get more creaminess out of it.
Yeah.
The nuttiness would continue to pop. I think it would be a really good pairing with a bourbon cream or just regular creamer.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not adding some frou-frou creamer, it could be good.
Because if you're adding a lot to it, you're going to end up just overwhelming your palate with sweetness.
Yeah.
And this, like I said, even if you're a sweeter coffee drinker, if you try this on ice, I think you could actually really enjoy it with a cigar. Mm-hmm. I would think, though, that you add the creamer, you're just going to kind of eliminate a lot of the flavor, other than if you just did a little bit of creamer in there and not a lot of sugar.
Yeah, absolutely.
You like my Irish coffees, though, man.
I haven't had any of your Irish coffees.
Dude, I'll make you one.
I don't need one.
I know a guy.
I'm sure you do.
I know a guy, man.
Irish coffees and Sazeracs.
Oh, yeah.
Those are your...
That's my way to start my day.
Yeah.
Sazerac for my vitamin C.
There's
What?
hardly any vitamin C.
Oh,
in
it's daily content, man. It's my daily dose of vitamin
I'm not
C,
even
man.
sure that's right.
Oh, fresh orange in there.
And
orange
you put
bitters.
It would be one thing if you were starting with like a tequila sunrise or like even
That would be bad.
or even a beer mosa or something like that, dude.
That didn't even sound good. I've heard people drinking those. Those sound
They are
disgusting.
good. You got to do it with Blue Moon though.
Well, that would make sense. It's already citrusy. So
Yeah.
I could see that maybe being decent with a with a really citrusy IPA maybe or something
Yeah,
too.
or even like a coffee milk stout.
With the orange juice. Oh,
That would be terrible.
oh, dude.
I could just imagine
Oh.
it curdling.
Oh,
I don't think beer would curdle, but
boy, it would look funky in the glass,
oh
wouldn't
my
it?
gosh.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
Hit us up for all your pairing needs.
yeah, yeah, really. Oh God.
We'll make you a nasty drink if you ask for it.
We could do that. We could do that. Coffee style beer mosa.
It would be interesting to grab one of those coffee milk stouts and add cream or even more coffee to it, or like an iced
I mean,
coffee.
I would think with like that coffee milk stout we have
yeah,
up there, I
that's
think
so
that
middle.
would, yeah,
Yeah.
I think that would be good. Black Dog Brewing Company over in Mooresville.
Yeah, or
That would be great. I think the
Even that
Mexican
Pax-
hot chocolate.
that could be good, man.
Yeah, Mexican
'Cause
hot chocolate from Pax Verum. That's another great
when
stout.
we were trying to figure out what to pair with this cigar, I was thinking about that Mexican hot
We
chocolate
almost did it,
stout.
yeah. Which I do know that those will go well with a lot of cigars.
Oh yeah.
This one, I think this is the perfect pairing for this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the
Absolutely.
cigar.
Absolutely. Gotta love the Batman logo.
Yeah.
But it's not Batman because that would get
be
him
a
sued.
Copyright
Yeah.
infringement.
It's not Batman.
It's not Batman.
But it's kind of Batman.
It's Bat Lad.
Bat Laddie.
Bat Laddie.
Red-haired Batman.
Nice. With a big beard.
Oh gosh.
Heck yeah.
Only drinks Jameson and Guinness.
Jameson Guinness, baby. Yes, all Irish. His logo is just the awe went up in the sky. Oh.
Yeah, we tried this cigar with quite a few different spirits, but it didn't. We couldn't find one that it absolutely worked with. There were some that it was like, oh, this would be a nice thing to like sip on while
Yeah.
you have the cigar, but there wasn't a definitive pairing that
No,
we had.
and I will say this one here is a great pairing with a cigar because it's got
kind of a
those
good
darker
base
notes,
palate, man.
But again, you know, we're going to be getting into a lot of whiskeys going forward.
Yeah.
So, you know, this was a good one. Again, a lot of people when they smoke or when they drink coffee, they smoke a lighter cigar, Connecticut, something a little bit milder, which is fine.
Yeah.
We tried a couple with this. This one was like the perfect one with a coffee.
Yeah.
And I think just having a little more strength in it, you know, if you're a guy that the strength level of a cigar really bothers you, then yeah, this might be a little bit much.
Yeah.
Especially in the morning if you only drink coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
But
I'm not that way.
a lot of people are already, if they're coffee drinkers and cigar smokers, they already kind of know their palate
Yeah.
for a milder cigar. So that's fine. Absolutely. But this gives you something if you're a coffee drinker all day long.
Yeah.
And you want that cigar in the afternoon like we're doing today, actually evening.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, I mean, and the thing is there's a lot of Connecticut's and even like the Aladino Cameroon that will go well with coffee. But some of my favorite cigars are dark wrappered cigars. Like
Same here.
with coffee. Like I love the Mil Diaz with coffee. It's not a perfect pairing.
No.
But it stands up to the coffee. I like the Crownhead Serie E with coffee. Of course,
Yeah.
that's just supposedly a different wrapper on the same binder and filler, but I don't believe that.
Tastes totally different to me.
It does.
But if you look at the entire Aladino line, they use Corojo binder and wrapper and filler on all their cigars.
Yeah, it's all
and they
coming
change
from
it up,
the
and
same
every
farm.
cigar
Yeah.
changes. So the wrapper does a lot, man. It changes your cigar quite a bit.
Sure
And I will
does.
say, taking a sip and then going to the smoke, the creaminess of the smoke brings out almost a creaminess in the coffee. So it's like your
Yeah.
coffee and
Oh,
creamer,
yeah.
but not sweet creamer.
Absolutely.
Which is really nice because, you know, like I said before, it was just the dark chocolate, the umami, that mushroomy kind of note to it, which, again, a good note, not a bad note at all.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then the spice, now you get a little of that creaminess, and it does just kind of make it feel like a little lighter cigar there.
Yeah. Yeah, that creaminess is nice. It is a very thick and creamy smoke coming off this thing, and it is a smaller ring gauge, but it is putting it out. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to get, like I said, we're solid into the second third. Again, it's a pretty long cigar. So I mean, it's like 6.5 inches. I think is how long the cigar is, and you know, it's actually, I don't know if you noticed or not. It seems like it's burning a lot slower than last time we smoked it.
It is, yeah.
Which may be because we're sitting here talking on the microphones too.
Keep
Which probably
running your mouth.
I know, but it's definitely smoking slower. I'll be interested to see if we get that. We're probably going to get to about an 1.5 hour mark on this cigar, I would imagine, easily.
Totally.
And we're both fairly slow smokers.
Yeah.
So it might be a little bit shorter for you, a little longer for you.
Good
If
thing.
I was literally smoking this one slow by myself, it'd probably be closer to 2-hour smoke for me.
Well, that's because you relight every time you take a puff.
Don't when I'm sitting by myself. When I'm working,
might
I do.
own a cigar lounge, but that dude does not know how to smoke a cigar.
Whatever.
He won't even carry him into his humidor.
Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Jeez. I can smoke a cigar and do the dishes.
You
That's
can.
talent.
You can.
It's talent. I'm talented.
Some
I'm a talented cigar smoker.
Some of us have to work here, man.
I'm doing dishes.
Oh, that's true. That is very valuable. That's very valuable. Thank you. Thank you. We got some dishes to do over there when we're
Yeah, I
down
know
here.
we do. Yeah. I'm not clocked in.
Oh, dang it. Yeah, we had an event today with some guys that came out and smoked, so he come out to hang out and help out with that, which is great. Yeah. And now we're just chilling out, relaxing, and hanging out with you guys. So,
yeah. So, what number cigar of the day is this for you, Rob?
this is just the third cigar from
Yeah,
today.
that's where I'm. Well, I guess it's 2.5 because that one I didn't finish. I had a barber pole, and I'm not a big fan of barber poles. I just don't. I think a lot of times they're just barber poles to be barber poles. It's not a great cigar as far as flavor. I think they just look nice. They're kind of fun, but yeah, it wasn't doing it for me. So I only
was
smoked
definitely
about
one
half
of those
half
barber
of those Toros.
Yeah, it's one of those barber poles that your biggest note you get is brown paper bag, and that's not a good start.
Nah. I mean, past the light, brown paper bag kind of mellowed out on that one, but it was still peanut paper bag.
Yeah,
Which is that's just kind of one of those where if I get a cigar that starts out like that, I'm just like, nah, I think I'll pass.
yeah.
Life's too short to smoke a bad cigar.
Amen.
But I think my first cigar was the Series E today, so
Yeah.
can't go wrong with that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And the Hermoso No. 2 size,
Yeah.
the best one.
Last one out of our humidor.
Yeah, sorry. Looks like
Definitely getting a darker, that darker chocolate note in there now. I don't know. There's even like a little bit of a, like a dark graham cracker, like almost a toasted graham cracker note. Mm-hmm. Starting to get a little bit, and that's mainly from the cigar. I haven't been sipping quite as much, but
yeah. Oh yeah. So it is. I'm getting into that like cherry dark chocolate thing on this cigar. It kind of is that fruity dark chocolate.
yeah, I can definitely see that. And that's coming mainly from the cigar, not as much from the coffee.
Yeah.
The coffee, pulls back into that nuttiness and that, dark coffee note you get.
I'm kind of getting a candied lemon peel on the coffee after you take a smoke.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which is something that I didn't get before, but there is that slightly citrusy thing, like a sweet citrus,
Which it might be just that little bit of acidic value in the coffee that's there still.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's not acidic whatsoever in drinking it, but pairing it, I can see that pulling out a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean,
like pretty much every time we're in here, we've got people that stop by to see us. We've been here since March, and we still have a lot of new people that stop by every day. And even on our days off, we get people stopping by. Like we have a couple of my wife's showing around right now, and We love it. So hopefully one of these days, if you guys are in our area, stop by and see us.
Yeah,
We'd love to take care of you.
Please do.
We've got a great selection of liquor, beer, great selection of cigars. A lot of cigars you can't find in Indiana. We bring them in here. And honestly,
Camacho,
we also
pre-embargo Cuban.
Yeah, those are really tasty cigars too. And we got a great space to hang out and relax. Bring your friends. We also have incredible ventilation here.
Yeah,
we kind of did all the ventilation options you could possibly have. So if you have a significant other that doesn't smoke, they can come in and have a drink, have some coffee, have a cocktail, have a pour, whatever. But then they don't feel like they're being bombarded with smoke.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the goal.
Honestly, this table over here is one of the worst.
It is.
But as far as ventilation, it's just hard to get airflow in this kind of corner that we're in. But if you can see, smoke's flowing straight up.
And, I mean, I've got the smoke eaters down on absolute low, almost off.
Yeah.
And we're still getting good ventilation in here. When we have the ventilation up, it's not. But there's a couple of spots that we may add a fan here and there occasionally. But really, for the most part, it's as good as you're going to find around here, I think.
I think it might be the best in the town.
Definitely in this town.
Best one I've been to.
Definitely in this town of just a few hundred.
Yeah, I'm talking Indianapolis, greater Indianapolis, all the things.
Yeah, so if you don't know.
If we do say so ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, my nephew did all the work. He did a great job.
He did. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. If you're ever in this area, I mean, we're literally 15, 20 minutes from Fishers and Geist, and really we're on this northeast corner, kind of northeast-east corner of Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And we're really close to Fortville and Pendleton. But really, once you get outside of Indianapolis, there's really no cigar lounges. Pretty much all the way to Fort Wayne, all the way out to Ohio.
Yeah.
All the way as far south as you can think of.
Yeah.
And really, you have to get to Indianapolis. This is a place where we brought the cigar lounge, environment to an area that hasn't seen one out here. And I think it's really going well. People love to come out here and relax. We're not going to be blasting the music in here. We might be putting the hockey on a little louder occasionally when it's on.
Yeah, Rob likes to turn up the hockey so that he can yell over the TV.
Exactly.
He's got to be able to hear it while he's screaming.
Exactly. What? You got it. But, it's more of a relaxing place where it's not going to be the thumping music and stuff like that, which I get it. Those places are fun to go. This is going to be more of a chill environment. Everyone feels welcome. You can have a conversation with the people you bring along.
Yeah. That's awesome. We should do like a new bottle of the week segment on here.
We could, yeah. So that's something too. This longer video we're going to be doing, we're going to just kind of throw a bunch of stuff in here. It's not going to be just the pairing.
Yeah.
We'll tell you about things coming up, like next Tuesday, May 17th. Wow, I'm
no
behind.
Concept of time.
Yeah, May 17th. No concept of time whatsoever. May 17th, we've got a blood drive that day. We're definitely into community. We love to support local, and there's a massive shortage of blood in this area.
Yeah.
So we have a blood mobile coming out. So my wife's put on a blood drive. So if you come out and you decide you want to, give blood that day, we're also giving out a voucher. So anybody gives blood gets a voucher and come in here, and you're gonna get some money off your bill.
And there's gonna be Chick-fil-A sandwiches available for purchase that day. And if you need a little bit of liquid courage before you go out there,
absolutely,
I think this is a great place to get it.
And that's something I didn't even realize that my wife told me. She's like, you can have drinks before you go give blood. So if you do need that little bit of courage,
make it run quick.
Heck yeah, man! Might as well.
I can't stop it.
Liquor up front, blood in the back. That's how it goes, is it? Wow, that really got dark, didn't it?
Oh no! Oh, Rob, that is rough, bud. Woo. I hardly know her.
Hardly know her. Oh, your girlfriend watch this?
I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, that's right. You don't have a girlfriend.
No. I'll let my dog watch it.
Does she know that you don't have a girlfriend?
Yeah, she knows.
She knows. Okay, good.
She knows. I keep her in her place.
So tell us a little bit about your massive, mean Rottweiler pit you got at home?
First of all, not massive. He's 95 pounds and he's a pit and mastiff mix.
Yeah, what's his name?
His name's Kitty, like a cat. He's the biggest baby you'll ever meet, but he takes up half the couch.
Exactly.
Like this morning, I was getting up early. It's Sunday, so I had church this morning, and I am an actual pastor. Supposedly, I was getting up and sitting on the couch drinking coffee, kind of my morning routine. It's a ritual for me. And Kitty, just all slobbery, had just gotten done eating his food, just comes up and lays his head square on my lap. So I got all these like white food crumbs and everything all over my jeans first thing.
I was wondering what was all over your pants, man.
Yeah. Now I had to clean them off before I went into the church this morning. But that's his one downside. Sweetest dog, but he drools and makes a mess with his mouth.
That's
I got
funny.
this treat jar at the house that I just fill with marshmallows. I mean, it's kind of fun to feed a dog marshmallows.
That is great. That's great. It's almost as bad as peanut butter.
Yeah, I know. But anytime all I have to do is flip the top of that jar, and it's like a faucet turns on. That dog is just drooling. You
Nice.
get a puddle. Yeah, I don't walk around the house barefoot because there's kitty slobber.
That's fine.
Why is my sock wet? Oh, yeah, the dog
yeah.
got a treat.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, that's something else. On the discussion of dogs, we actually are finishing up our patio this week. Well, not finishing up. We're getting started on it. They cut out the pavement on Friday. Monday, they're pouring concrete, and then they're going to be starting by the end of the week building our outdoor patio. We're going to have a 24 by 24 patio. 24 by 16 of that's going to be covered.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it's going to have a pergola over it. And we're hoping to have that opened up by the end of the month, maybe the 1st of June. And we are going to be pet friendly. So if you have a dog that you don't mind bringing out and hanging out with you, come on out and have a cigar and a drink and let your dog relax. So
yeah, that'd be great. I was thinking once we get that built, we need to get a grill out there, and then we can do a steak and knuckle sandwich pairing.
there you go. That'd be awesome. Then we can get Guy to show up out here and we'll have his tequila pairings along with it too.
I'll promote Santo if he's here.
All day long.
I'm game. Yeah.
And we also have a buddy that's been coming in here quite a bit. He has his company's called Bardala Seafood, and he's a he's actually a boat captain from down in Key West area.
Yeah,
still has his boats down there, and he opened up wholesale and retail down in Broad Ripple, Indiana, which is downtown Indianapolis, basically. And they're selling the freshest seafood you can find in Indiana. It's literally like 48 hours out of the ocean.
Yeah. He's flying it all in.
Oh, and he's bringing a lot. He's getting in with a lot of the great
higher end
seafood, higher end steakhouses, and he's starting to get his name around here. He's going to come out here once we get things opened up. Sometime once his business gets going, he's going to come out and do a seafood boil out here too. Yeah. Whether we do crawfish boil or crab boil, it's going to be something fun. And I'm just going to set him up out there and let him do his thing.
Yeah, we should record a segment during that.
That would be fun.
That'd be a good thing for the final third page.
That'd be fun. We could do actually a food pairing that day.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, crawfish.
Yeah.
So here's the real question.
Okay.
Do you like crawfish?
I love crawfish.
Do you suck the head?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Hey, the way you worded that is weird.
Well, just got to make sure.
Okay.
Mr. Pastor.
Well, okay. I think we need to cut Rob off. You're done.
This coffee's really got to get me buzzed.
Getting you buzzed?
No, just
Getting
kidding.
a caffeine buzz?
Nah.
Knowing Rob, he probably turned his coffee into a Sazerac.
Not yet.
Yesterday we were sitting around. There were a couple pours that he had grabbed that were not. They were fine.
They're fine.
He just turned them into a Sazerac inside of a Glencairn.
Oh yeah. You just put the rest of the ingredients there, slap a bunch of absinthe in there, and baby, you're ready to go. Party in the glass, man.
Party in the glass.
Oh yeah. We'll have to figure out a cigar that goes with a Sazerac. do a pairing with that because
We gotta find.
I love my
We gotta
Sazerac.
find something that'll stand up to that, like
The
anise,
absinthe,
licoricey thing.
That's hard. That would be
I don't
really
think
hard.
it would be as hard as we think, because I know especially that Spirits of French Lick absinthe has a nice sweet body
It
to
does.
to it.
It's more
so
like
we might
a
be
like
more-
a Brock's black licorice jelly bean is what the
Yeah,
sweet is on
so
that.
so we might, like, we could probably do an absinthe pairing
Yeah.
as long as we found something that will complement well with that.
I got a couple ideas. We'll try here next few weeks maybe.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Maybe you could finally start selling a Sazerac or two and
I
not
sell
just
a ton
drink
of
them all.
Sazeracs during the week, man. What are you
I
talking
know,
about?
I know.
What are you talking
I
about?
know. It's funny. You
I mean,
come
we
in
don't-
here and order a Sazerac, Rob's face lights up.
Yes. Well, Lisa's kind of got a joke too. It's like every time I make a Sazerac for somebody else, I kind of make another one for me too.
One for you.
Yeah. Don't make a lot of money on Sazeracs with my that way I make them, but hey,
That's how he gets
all
paid.
good.
He gets paid in cigars
I
and
get-
Sazerac.
exactly. One of these days Lisa might start paying me, but
One of these days.
one of these days.
She's a pretty bad bookie for that, man. Can't talk too much about her though, because
Well, she's over there in a conversation, so she can't hear us right now.
she's
So
not
this is
going to
perfect.
listen to this.
She probably won't.
No, there's no way.
So I used to do a lot of cigar reviews on the website.
Yeah.
On the, like a blog type of reviews, and I would always ask her, "So what did you think of that review?" And she's like, "Oh, I haven't read it."
She's like, "Oh, this good."
I bet she may have read maybe 4 or 5 of all hundreds of them I've done.
She don't care about you.
She didn't care. She didn't care. Did it make me any money? No. Sorry.
No. It probably actually did.
As a bookkeeper, she didn't care about anything but that bottom line.
Yeah.
No, I do take it back. She actually, just like I did, she quit her job to do this.
Mm-hmm.
She still does books for a few people, but this is our gig, man.
Yeah.
This is our retirement plan, and we're doing it together and having a blast doing it.
Yeah. And it's working so far.
So far, it's working. So hopefully, we'll keep going. Got to get more of you guys out here to check us out and get to know you and get to know your palate and walk you through our humidor.
yeah.
We got a lot of stuff in here that you can't get everywhere else, and I think as we continue to grow, I've got 2 or 3 more brands that we're smoking right now, sampling, that we're going to be bringing in here that I guarantee no one in the state has.
Yeah.
I
mean, if you're coming in from out of town and you want to come visit the place, hit up the Final Third Instagram. Tell them you're coming, and because we'd love to meet you, and or just pop by. But it's always nice to say, "Hey, so and so's coming tonight. Like, get ready."
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
Exactly.
always a blast to meet people that aren't just in the central Indiana area.
Well, and that is the goal of Final Third is, we didn't want to create this as just another cigar lounge or another cigar shop or another place to come drink. We wanted to create a place where we get to know people.
Yeah.
And the best part of my day is, after we've kind of, maybe calmed down on making drinks and getting cigars, is sitting down and hanging out with people and getting to know them. And I mean, honestly, I've made so many great friends just since we've been opened up that I would call really close friends at this point.
Yeah.
And I've loved that part of it. I'm an introvert.
Yeah, me too.
Believe it or not. And
that just means you sleep well when you get home.
And that's the thing,
supposedly.
people. When I'm with people, it does wear me out at times, but I absolutely love every second of it.
Yeah.
And it kind of fulfills me as a human being for one. But that's kind of our goal is just to kind of create a space where people feel like they're family, and that's our whole goal here. So hopefully you feel that when you come here, and
I mean,
we'd love to see
the
you.
first thing when you walk in, you're getting a hey howdy, or somebody's walking up to you and introducing themselves. This is your first time you've been here. You've been in before.
Yeah.
You in for a drink of smoke, a little bit of both.
Yeah.
And we'll show you around. It is kind of like the house.
Yeah.
You know?
Pretty much.
Come on in.
Well,
hang
and
out
there's
in our living room.
I've been to, at this point, probably thousands of cigar lounges and whiskey lounges and stuff like that. And there's a lot of little things that I wish every one of them did, and not very many of them do.
Yeah.
Little things like the menu. We actually put everything on the menu with prices, proof on the whiskey, proof on every liquor we have, ABV on the beer, put our events in there. That's one thing that I've noticed that a lot of whiskey lounges don't do. You have to walk up and stare at the bar to figure out what you want. And I like having that menu because it just gives you, if you're sitting around the lounge, we got menus at every table.
Yeah.
You're sitting around the lounge having a smoke, you're like, what do I want to drink next? You don't have to come up and stare at the bar. You can actually look through and figure out what you want. Come get it.
I mean, and the other nice thing is even in the humidor, there's a tab for every single box in there that says price. It tells you wrapper, binder, filler.
Country of origin,
all of those things,
plus the strength level. If you know you like milder cigars or strong cigars, we tend to walk into the humidor with everybody anyway, not because we're watching what people are doing, more because we want to get to know you and your palate, and also maybe introduce you to a few cigars you've not seen.
That's the thing.
But bottom line is you can still go in there, you can walk through, and you can figure things out by looking at those tickets.
And we're proud of every single cigar in that humidor. They're ones that we've smoked and enjoyed. But the other thing that all of these things have made really easy for us, and it was kind of just the way it works. We have a seemingly large deaf population that's been coming in.
Yes.
Just with all of the signs and everything, and I think it was kind of accidental, but it's worked in our favor, and this is really a lounge for everybody, and no matter who you are or what you look like or any of that stuff, we want you to come in here, enjoy your time, and have a good cigar, have a good whiskey or beer or soda, just whatever fits your palate.
Exactly, Yeah, that's really cool because down probably a quarter of a mile to half a mile from here, there's a deaf club down there, and we've had one guy come in here a lot, and we're very patient, and honestly, I mean it is hard to communicate with someone that's deaf, but as you start getting to know how to kind of do that, they're very patient with us, which is nice. Yeah. But now we've gotten 2 or 3 different people in here now, and I think they're kind of talking with one another, saying this is a place that they're welcome, and I just love that diversity that we have here.
It's wonderful.
From really, I mean, we have a lot of 20-somethings that come in here all the time.
Yeah.
We've got just a wide range of people, women, men, everything. And that is 100% what we were going for. And
I mean, the nice thing is that we really, as far as our customer base, we really look like the neighborhood. There's a lot of places that people travel in for or whatever, but we're here for the neighborhood. We are a neighborhood. We're in a neighborhood, and I think we're making a place where the neighborhood is happy to support us and be here. Which is best case scenario.
It really is. It really is. This is a great little town. I mean, it's a really small town. I mean, literally when you're coming into Ingalls, we're directly across the highway from the water tower, the Ingalls water tower here.
We still need to sponsor that.
We do, man. I want to put a big old Final Third sign up around the water tower.
We just need to paint it black.
Paint the whole thing black with an arrow to the left pointing in here.
That'd
be kind of nice. I don't know if that's legal or not, but, we could always check it out.
I know a couple graffiti artists.
I don't know. We see it on the train going by here every day, all the graffiti artists.
We need to start painting train cars. Final Third.
Yeah, really. Yeah. But, I mean, the community here has been great. I mean, the support we've gotten from locals, the support we've got from the local government, the local first responders has been amazing. Really everything we've done in here, for the most part, has been through local companies. I mean, our construction to our new deck coming on, the ventilation, the bar build out. I mean, everything we've done in here, our electrical is all local companies. We may pay a little bit more for that, but we're supporting local because we're a local place and we want them to support us, and it's working.
It is working. Hey, Jaw Jacker. We're in the Final Third.
We are in the Final Third. Look at that. Nice. You're a little further. No, you're a little further than me, maybe. Just a little bit. Yeah, and this Final Third is just getting better and better. The flavors are really pairing nicely. You get to this point in the cigar, usually you're starting to get a little bit more of the darker, richer notes. With this coffee, it's just still playing nice. I mean, the coffee's getting sweeter as I'm drinking it.
Absolutely. And it's the the cigar is turning into like it's still got that dark chocolate thing, but it is more like toasted almonds on the palate.
Yeah.
On the retro hail, it still has that kind of that little bit of spice there.
And I'm getting it kind of as it sits on the palate. I'm getting like that peanutiness on the tongue.
Yeah.
Where it's almond kind of through the retro hail, but you get that peanutiness right there on the tongue as you finish your smoke.
Yeah. Ooh, that's nice. It's very nice.
It really is. As you can see, I mean, these things have been burning perfectly. Absolutely perfect burn.
Yeah.
Not getting hot. I mean, I can literally hold it all the way down here by the actual cherry in there. No heat whatsoever.
Yeah.
Absolutely great.
It's not even lit. No, I'm just kidding.
It doesn't feel like it, does it?
No.
And you can see he's still smoking like a charm.
Yeah. It is. These are great construction. Everything about them. Fantastic. Yeah, with the coffee, it does turn into a chocolate-covered almond or chocolate-covered peanuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, really, we're kind of at the end here. You have anything else to add?
I don't think so. I think that's about it, man.
I think so, too. So thanks again for checking us out today. Again, come check us out. We're in Ingalls at 180 East Broadway Street. Mm-hmm. And follow us on Instagram at Final Third Cigar. Facebook page. We have a Facebook page, just Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge. You can go to the website, finalthirdcigar.com. Again, you can check out this video. If you've already checked it out, you probably were already on the website.
Probably.
But if not, if you found this on YouTube instead, we do have a direct link from the website to this. Yeah. And we're going to continue to make these. And where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at The Whiskey Pastor. One thing I wanted to say, though, if you aren't local, call up the shop or hit up the Final Third Instagram or Facebook, and we can ship both the things to you.
Absolutely, yeah. If there's anything you're looking for that you've seen us post, I mean, I'm posting cigars pretty much every day.
I think he's basically post the whole humidor at this point.
Pretty much, but if you see something you're wanting that you can't get locally, let me know. I can ship it. Again, if you want to get a bag of this, the Fucking Good Coffee, the Final Third Cigar Blend, or House Blend, I can ship that to you. It's $18 a bag, and if you want the pairing, we can definitely do something special for you there.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you can get the cigar locally and want the coffee, let me know. We'll definitely take care of you.
Absolutely.
So thanks a lot, guys, and we will talk to you next time. Cheers.